Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Flow of Consciousness YouTube channel. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, know that I very much love you, and I feel that there is some kind of community growing slowly. I can see people enjoying the things that I put out. I can see people leaving some comments left and right. So I would really like to invite you to share your thoughts, to share your experiences. I want to create some kind of community around the things that are going on in my life and also in your life, right? Because ultimately what I struggle with are things that you struggle with too. And today, for example, I struggled a lot with letting go. I was trying to maintain control over so many things, and there were so many plans that were changing, and I had difficulties wrapping my head around the day. And I was not able to be gentle with myself, right? Whenever you feel like you're trying to control things too much, when you're trying to force things too much, when you're trying to, I don't know, get rid of some kind of tension within your body, be gentle with yourself. It's okay, right? It's okay to feel tense. It's okay to sometimes not get out of bed with a good mood or with tons of energy, right? Yesterday I went to bed way too late because I did an interview with another creator, and then I had to edit one video and I had to upload and publish it because I want to, of course, keep my commitment. So sometimes you have to make certain sacrifices, but then the next day I didn't sleep enough and I had a hard time integrating all the plans that I made. So it was like one big mess, right? And if you find yourself in a situation like that, please remind yourself to be gentle with yourself, okay? Like we tend to be so hard on ourselves whenever we feel like we are out of control, whenever we feel like we're unable to to make things work the way we want them to work. But the only thing that you can do in a situation like that is to release the resistance, is to let go of this need for control. And it's something that I have a lot of difficulties with sometimes, like just allowing myself to struggle with this for a while, and then also let go of this mood, this state of mind. And it's all about, first of all, becoming aware. Become aware of your mood, of your state, of your restless state. And then accepting that you're in this state. Because becoming aware and then trying to change it, it's not going to work. It's going to persist. Whatever resists persists, right? Whatever you resist persists. So that's what I was trying to do. I was really trying to resist my current state. I couldn't allow myself to be tense, to be frustrated, to feel overwhelmed. And if you do that, you sustain this feeling. You give it more energy, you give it more attention. And the only way you can move past this feeling is by accepting that this is now how it is. And acceptance doesn't have to mean that you go completely offline or that you turn into some kind of vegetable that is, just letting life happen to it, right? You have a certain level of agency. Acceptance is more to allow yourself to feel the way you feel. And I was really not able to do that for a long time today. I was like, no, I feel frustrated and overwhelmed, and it's not okay that I feel like this. But it is okay. It is absolutely okay. And whatever state you're in right now, happy, sad, frustrated, overwhelmed, confused, maybe you're struggling with big changes in your life right now and you resist them, and you are unable to accept that you feel overwhelmed because of these changes. Allow yourself this time. Allow yourself to be gentle with yourself, right? This necklace that I'm wearing, it was totally wrapped up because I put it in my pocket, and it's not smart to put things like this in pockets, and it was, you know, all tangled up, and I was trying to, you know, to untangle it, but I was too forced and too tight with it, and of course it only becomes worse, right? And you get more frustrated, and you try to you want to untangle it, but it's not working. And then all of a sudden I said to myself, okay, calm down, be gentle with it, just slowly, be soft, be gentle, slowly untangle it. And you know what happened? It almost untangled itself, you know? So this is a gentle reminder for you and for myself to allow whatever feeling, whatever state you find yourself in, to allow that to be there. You're not a bad person because you feel frustrated, or because you feel overwhelmed, or you feel out of control. You're not a bad person because of that. You really aren't. You're just human, and the human experiences these types of things from time to time. It's not a permanent state of mind. And by knowing that it isn't, and by knowing that other people also go through these stages, go through these experiences, that is exactly why I share with you that today I felt like this. So you know you're not alone in this. You know you're not alone with this feeling, and accept it. So you become aware, you allow the resistance first, because I first had to allow the resisting against letting go, you know? So once I moved past that stage, I released the resistance against the resistance. And in some cases, you have to go really far back. Release, release, release every barrier until you reach your actual feeling. And then you can accept that you feel this way and allow it to be there. And it will naturally just dissolve. It will naturally morph into something new. And now I feel a lot more calm, right? Before I felt very chaotic in my head. I couldn't focus. I couldn't allow myself to be at peace. And after allowing myself to pass through this dark cloud, I can come out the other side in peace. And you can too. You can come out the other side and experience peace. You are not worth less because you feel overwhelmed or frustrated or scared. None of that. You are just human. And that is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. And it can't always be fireworks and flowers and sunshine. It really can't. Because I think that there is none of that without the darker chapters, the darker days, the darker moments. We as humans, we experience relatives. There is this beautiful optical illusion where you see black and white tiles, and there is a shade that's being casted on one side of the board game, like a chess game, right? And it looks like the white tiles in the shade are darker than the white tiles that are in the sun. But if you cover all the shade and you put both the white tiles next to each other, they're the exact same color. But our brains perceive the ones in the shade as darker because our brains are wired to understand the world in a relative manner. It's the same thing with your feelings. We need the balance. We need the whole spectrum of human experiences. You cannot just cut out all the sadness and the frustration and the anger and just be left with joy and happiness and exuberance. That's not how it works. And if you try to do that, then you will run into a different set of problems, right? So one part is understanding that you can't have one without the other, And then a next stage is to understand that frustration or sadness or anger is not worse than joy or happiness or excitement. They are just two different states of being, and there is no better or worse here, right? The one is maybe it feels less comfortable, it's more uncomfortable, but discomfort is not necessarily bad, right? And so you are not bad because you're dealing with these feelings, you're experiencing these feelings. It's okay, be gentle with yourself. Think back to the jewelry that was all tangled up, twisted, and you try to untangle it, but because you are twisted, it makes everything worse. Stop doing that. Allow yourself to be twisted at first, a few seconds, minutes, maybe even hours. Maybe you need a few hours. I needed a few hours. And then understand, okay, I have to actually, let me just be gentle. And then you gently untangle everything, and on the other side of that is peace. That's all I have for you today. I hope it was informative. I hope you learned something today. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.